Hi, welcome to Rice Creek. This month's book is Crinkleroot, A Guide to Walking in Wild Places by Jim Arnowski. And it's a good book to start with because as spring comes, the woods are opening up and we're going to be doing a lot of walking. And he helps us know what to look for. So, here we go. Hello, my name is Crinkleroot. When I woke up this fine summer morning, my feet were itching to take me places. We're going to say spring morning, okay? I'm going for a long walk. You can come too. We'll be walking in wild places. You'll need to wear long pants so brush and stickers won't scratch your legs. In the clearing around my cabin, small birds nest amid the tall grasses and weeds. Look, a song sparrow nestled on her eggs. Let's tiptoe back and away so we won't disturb her. What's this? A tick is crawling on my pants. I must have brushed against a grass blade that the tick was on. When you are walking in weedy, grassy places, stop every so often to check your clothes for ticks. The odds are that you won't find any, but if you do happen to find a tick on your clothing, get the tick off before it crawls onto your skin. Ticks bite and suck blood. All right, so a little bit about ticks. They have 8 legs. They have a flat, hard body. They cling to your pants and extend their forelegs to seize passing hosts. When you see pictures of these guys, they're just reaching out to grab you. It's amazing. All right, various ticks show larger than life. Okay, we have a dog tick, a wood tick, and a deer tick. All right, and this is the actual tick that causes Lyme disease. Is often no bigger than a pinhead. Okay, really tiny. And precautions you can take so you don't have to worry about ticks: wear a hat and long pants. When walking in tall grass, tuck your pants into your socks. Don't worry, it looks really cool to other people walking in the woods. You can pick up a tick from your pet. Be sure to protect your pets with tick-repelling collars. After an outing, ask someone to check your hair for ticks. You can check your body by yourself, especially check your armpits and groin area. Why? Because it's warm there, and ticks like to go where it's warm. Okay? Stay to cleared trails and to mowed paths. And here at Rice Creek, we help you do that. We have nice paths for you to walk. Here's a nice clear path beside the brook. Listen to the running stream. The water sounds remind me of friendly people chatting or people laughing and having fun. Never thought of it that way. There are fragrant ferns growing along the stream. These ferns smell like freshly mowed grass or hay. They are called hay-scented ferns. Wherever you walk, except in desert areas, you are likely to find ferns growing along the trails. Here are 5 common species of ferns for you to look for: the Christmas fern, the sensitive fern, the bracken fern, the maidenhair fern, and the cinnamon fern. Okay, and we also have here, we have ostrich ferns, and they make fiddleheads curled up in the spring, and they're really yummy. You can find more about that. Following a brook, every bend in the stream leads to a fresh new place. Here, where the brook is shaded by trees, the air is cool and damp. You tread on fallen leaves and pine needles. Thick patches of green moss carpet parts of the trail and cover the tops of stream boulders. I never wade in water that looks discolored or oily. It could be polluted or littered with broken glass or rusty metal. This brook is so clear and sparkling, I can't resist stepping in. Wading in a stream, you feel the cool push of moving water. It is the constant motion of the water that wears away the stream stones, making them round and smooth. In a shallow pool, minnows swim around your legs and nibble at your toes. Ho! Ho ha! Hee ha! That tickles. She's got big feet. Sorry. All right. Walking barefoot is a way to really feel the world the way the animals do. Walk flat-footed like a raccoon and make perfect whole footprints in the wet sand. Or tiptoe along like a deer and leave only toe prints. When I'm walking barefoot, I find all sorts of wonderful things because I look at the ground carefully before each step. Here's a blue jay feather. In my collection of found things, I have a few 4-leaf clovers, and we have lots of those here at Rice Creek. Indian arrowheads, smooth and colorful stream stones, and my prize find, a long shedded snake skin. And you can find those here too. Before we leave the brook, we had better put our shoes back on. There's a hornet flying right around me. Maybe it thinks that my yellow shirt is a giant dandelion. These are different types of flying insects: hornet, wasp, honeybee, yellow jacket. If a hornet, wasp, or bee flies close to you, don't run or swat the air. You may provoke a sting. Instead, just remain calm and let the insect fly away on its own. If it should happen to land on you, gently brush it off and walk away. If you see a hornet, wasp, or bee disappear behind the leafy branches of a bush or tree, or fly into an opening in a hollow log, or alight on the ground and crawl down a hole, don't go near that place. You may accidentally be invading a whole nest of stinging hornets or a hive full of angry bees. Even I am careful about that, and I was born in a tree and raised by bees. Why do I question that? Anyway, rock can be fun to climb and walk over as long as it isn't too slippery. Big boulders like this one that are out in the open are kept clean by rains and cleared by wind. They look bare and bald, but in the crevices where windblown dust and other debris collect, soil is created. And in that thin layer of soil, tiny plants and seedling trees grow. There's a miniature forest in this crack. At the edge of the woods, plants grow in tangled thickets. You have to search for a gap in the greenery to walk through. Step back. There's a patch of poison ivy. It grows in sunny places along the borders of woods and streams, on the roadsides and around the buildings. Poison ivy, or poison oak, and poison sumac all have oil on them, which, if rubbed on your skin, can cause an itching, awful rash. Poison ivy and oak turn red in autumn. All right, poison oak has more oval leaves, oak-like leaves, and both poison ivy and poison oak have glossy leaves that grow in clusters of 3. So to be safe, remember the old saying, leaflets 3, let it be. Unlike non-poisonous sumacs, which have toothed leaves, the leaves of poison sumac are not toothed. They're smooth, or they would call that entire. Poison sumac. In autumn, leaves of all sumacs turn scarlet. Speaking of poison plants, if you see any wild mushrooms, look but do not touch. Some are deadly, poisonous. Just a touch can accidentally get some poison on your hands and from hand to mouth. Note, more information about poisonous plants is on page 32. All right. The woodland is marked with the footprints of animals, tiny footpaths made by mice, rabbit runs, and deer trails. All of the trails through the woods have been created simply by the pressing of animals' feet traveling over the same ground day after day. I've created a footpath of my own. It leads right to the door of my cabin. After a day outdoors, walking in the fields and woods, climbing over rock, and wading in water, my feet deserve a warm bath and a pair of soft socks. When I like to sit back put my feet up and wiggle my toes. How about you? He looks comfy. All right. So more tips for walking in wild places. I'm not going to read these to you, but if you get this book, you'll find out more in depth at the end. Thank you.